Hello, hello. Welcome to your Language Center, guys. To review, let's talk about some things. We have learned about nouns. Common nouns are the names of a person, place, thing, or animal. Okay? Nouns, common nouns. Person, place, thing, or animal. Proper nouns start with a capital letter because they are important names of a person or place. Okay? Possessive nouns show ownership. Possessive nouns show ownership, and that's what we've been working on. And we know that apostrophe S. If you see a word like the boy's book, you know that the word boys or the boy owns the book because the apostrophe S means that that word shows ownership. And remember that words that are verbs show action like running and walking and talking. If you can do it, it's a verb. Okay? The things you're going to need for today's activity, your notebook page that looks like this, a piece of paper or your interactive notebook, glue, scissors, and a pencil. Okay? So your title today is Possessive Nouns. And your I can statement is, I can write possessive nouns. So by the end of today's lesson, if somebody asks you, what did you do in your language center today? You can say, I learned about possessive nouns. I know that a possessive noun shows ownership. So the first thing that I want you to do is with your scissors, let me get mine out, cut your title out on the dotted line, paste it at the top of your page or at the top of your notebook. If you're working on a separate piece of paper, make sure that your name goes on the top of it or on the back or somewhere because you're most likely going to be turning that in, okay? Make sure you're keeping your area clean. Your scraps are going into your tidy tub, and you're keeping your area nice and neat. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my title at the top of my page. So a little bit of glue. I know that when I'm done with my glue, I'm going to put my glue lid back on so he doesn't dry out. And I'm going to sit him to the side and get him ready to use here in just a second. So in your notebook or on your page, you should have the title glued at the top. The next thing that I want you to do is on this page, the whole thing is getting cut out. So on that solid black line, just like this, cut out the square in one big box. Don't cut anything apart. Cut it out in one big box, just like this. Bam, just like that. One big box. My lip says possessive nouns are words that show ownership. They need an apostrophe S at the end, okay? So my scraps are going in my tidy tub, keeping my area nice and clean. Now, you are going to cut in between each one of these rectangles until you get to this flap to make, or to that lip to make a flap. So on that dotted line, I'm going to cut until I get to the next solid line, and I'm not going to cut past it. So now each one of my things, each one of my boxes is now a flap. You're going to glue right here only, okay? So with a little bit of glue right here, you're going to put glue on the side only. Okay, put your glue lid back on. You're done with it now. You can even put it back in your caddy if you want. Then on your notebook page or on the page that you're working on, looks just like this. I've only glued right there on the side. And if you hear that squeaking noise, it's Otis. He's playing with his chicken in the floor, bless his heart. He wants to be a part of our video. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to read the sentence on the front of our flap, and then we're going to rewrite a sentence under it, okay? So the first sentence says, the book belongs to the boy, okay? So to make this sentence a possessive pronoun, or to make this sentence show ownership, we need to add an apostrophe S to who owns the book. So who owned the book? The boy. So we're going to write the boy's book, period, under our flap. Just like that. The boy's book. My first sentence read, the book belongs to the boy. So the boy owns the book. So my sentence now reads, the boy's book. I added an apostrophe S after the noun boy to show that he owned the book. Okay? Next sentence says, my next flap says, the hat belongs to my friend. So now we're going to write underneath that flap, flip it open. Apostrophe S, hat, period. My friend's hat. Just like that. I added an apostrophe S to the word friend because the hat belonged to the friend. So I know that the noun friend is a possessive noun because it has that apostrophe S. My next box reads, the pencil belongs to the girl. So the girl owns the pencil. So we're going to write the girl's pencil under the flap, adding my period. So now I have the girl's pencil. The girl owns the pencil. My noun, girl, has an apostrophe S, so that means that this girl is showing ownership of that pencil. That pencil belongs to her. The girl's pencil. Pause the video if you need to. My last flap says, the tail belongs to the cat. The cat owns his tail. So we're going to write the sentence, the cat's, C-A-T apostrophe S, the cat's tail, whoops, period. So now my page looks like this. The cat's tail. The cat owns his tail. It belongs to him. So when I write the noun cat, I add an apostrophe S so that I know, or the reader knows, that that cat owns the tail. Otis! Sorry, guys. He's getting ready to knock a candle over. Otis, get your chicken. Whew! Goodness gracious. Okay, now what I need you to do, after you've written all of your sentences, I want you to go back and color your page. If you're turning it into the finish tray, make sure your name is on it. Otis. Otherwise, you're good to go. Good job, guys.